Hey guys, Ron White. If you've been watching the National Geographic show Brain Games, you might have seen me on there. It's one of the demonstrations I did for their show is I memorized a deck of cards, and I want to show you how I memorized that deck of cards on the National Geographic channel. I used a tool called Character Action Object. Character Action Object. And what that means is for every playing card, I have a person, a character. It might be a cartoon character or a real life person. I have a character, an action, a verb, and an object, a noun. So, character, action, object for every single card. Let me go through 3 cards here and give you examples. Jack of clubs. You have to think of a person that reminds you of the Jack of clubs. I use Johnny Cash because J and then club starts with a C, so you got JC. So I got Johnny Cash is the person or the character for the Jack of clubs. Now I have to think of an action that goes with Johnny Cash. I think of that song, I fell into a burning ring of fire. So I think of that song for Johnny Cash. So the person is Johnny Cash. The verb is igniting, as if you're igniting fire. And then the object is fire. Character, action, object, Johnny Cash igniting fire. My next card, Queen of Hearts, I have to think of a person or a character that goes with the Queen of Hearts. I think of my mom. What could a verb for my mom be? Cooking. She likes to cook. And what could an object be? The stove. Mom cooking at the stove is the person, action, object for this one. And then finally, the 3 of diamonds. So you have 3D, D for diamonds. 3D. What's a good 3D movie? Spider-Man. Spider-Man becomes the character. The action becomes climbing, as in climbing a building, and then the object is building. Spider-Man climbing a building. So then you have your mom cooking at a stove, you have Johnny Cash igniting a fire, and you have Spider-Man climbing a building. So then basically I have a character action object for all 52 cards. I memorize cards in groups of 3. So let's say these cards get played. Boom, this is the first card, Queen of Hearts. The person for this is my mom. The next card that gets played is the Jack of clubs. Well, the person for this is Johnny Cash, but since it's number 2 in the sequence, we take the number 2 in the character action object sequence. So number 2 in that for this card is igniting. So right now we have our mom igniting. And then the last card gets played, the 3 of diamonds. That's Spider-Man. In the it's Spider-Man climbing a building, but since it's the 3rd card in the sequence, we use the object, which is building. So we have character, action, object, our mom igniting a building. Let's say the cards were placed in this order, and it was the 3 of diamonds, the Queen of Hearts, and then the Jack of clubs. We would still do character, action, object. The character in that case would be Spider-Man. The action would be cooking, and the object would be a fire. Let's do one more. Let's see if they get played in this order. That's Johnny Cash climbing on a stove. So that's what you do. And if you want more training on this, in the description below I have a much longer video that describes how I do this. Click that link, enter your email address, subscribe to my videos here. But bottom line, you use character, action, object. And then what I would do is I would take this picture of Johnny Cash climbing a stove, and I would visualize that on the first piece of furniture in my house. Then the next 3 cards get played. I do the character action object for that. I visualize that on the second piece of furniture in my house. So Johnny Cash climbing the stove on the first piece of furniture. Then when I want to repeat the deck of cards, I simply go back, think of my house, and I talk about what I see on each piece of furniture,